You look like you love me. You look like you want me to want you to come on home.
Three kitchen gadgets we cannot live without. No more digging pickles out of a jar. Keep this airtight, leak-proof glass flip jar in the fridge. Flip it over to drain the juice when using. It's great for pickles, olives, jalapenos, etc. Save money.
A fun fact about me is I've never been relaxed ever.
A couple thoughts on the bear situation. So we've always been obsessed with Tennessee and always wanted to move down there. Obviously, we would never do that now, but that bear kind of cured my want to go down there. Because I wouldn't be in a big populated place. I would want to be out in the country like that. And I value being able to sit outside without being afraid. And I think that I would be afraid all the time. That I would go get something out of my car and there'd be a bear. I can't. I was like... And if you didn't know, if you didn't watch stories all weekend, there was one that, I'm assuming it's the same one, but maybe it's not. But there was one that tried to get into the grill. It kind of ripped the front door off the grill and just destroyed a few things. And then that afternoon, we saw that one, the video. And then yesterday morning, we saw the mom with the 3 cubs. So we saw one or had an encounter the first night, the second day, the third day. Saturday night, I forgot my magnesium in the car. I always take that to sleep or in the truck. And I was like, I'm going to run out to the truck. And then I got to the door and I kind of looked around and I'm like, will somebody stand here and yell if they see one coming? I think that's how I would be if I lived there. I also didn't tell you all the happenings to get there. So one of my girls texted me on the way down there and said that they had just hit a pothole, which the potholes were terrible, and got a flat tire. So she said, we pulled off and there's another car sitting there that had been sitting there for 2 hours waiting on AAA to come. Hit the same pothole, flattened their tire. So upon further investigation, his tire was not only flat, but his rim was completely split in half. That's how hard he hit the pothole. So they called everybody they could think of at 3:30, 4 o'clock on a Friday, and there was really no one to come and help them. So we were trying to figure out if we should drive 2 hours back, if we should rent an Uber, whatever. They ended up renting an Uber to the airport, which was close, to rent a car. By the time they got there, they had called and told them to hold the car. By the time they got there, they gave the car away. There were no more cars. So then they had to get another Uber. Anyway, it was just this big mess. So they ended up getting there. And then it was like this kind of joke that he was like bad news, like had a bad cloud. And yesterday we were getting ready to leave. He picked up his shoes and got stung by a scorpion. Now, we don't have scorpions in Ohio. I don't think so. So we were all standing there like staring at each other. What do we even do? Like, I don't know. He ended up being fine. But back to the spare. I had no idea that lots of new cars don't have spare tires. I didn't know that. So he didn't even have a spare. So basically, yeah. So after the scorpion sting, we loaded up. We were leaving, saw those bears, the mom and her cubs. Deb and I took them to the rental place, dropped their stuff off. He paid. We dropped their stuff off, said goodbye. Got halfway down the road. They called and said that rental did not start. So they had to... Okay, this is that hair powder for between colors, and it comes in lots of colors. I'll type on here. I think I got the dark brown, but this is a little sponge, and it works so well to like cover grays before, between colors, and it does not transfer. I shared these curtains last week. They're not even hanging right. We basically just threw them up here before we left. I'm going to remove the grommet. We're going to move the rod down. So it's a process, but they are so pretty. They come in lots of different colors. This one is actually called yellow. I have no clue why. There is no yellow in them, but they come in gray, green, blue, and yellow. They are about what you see. They're more of like a beige background, and then this is dark brown. I have no idea why they called these yellow, but I love them. They look really pretty with woods and whites. So this is going to get a little sprucing up. I'll share them next. We just got word that the lampposts are down, and we're supposed to meet someone there tonight in about 45 minutes to get them loaded. So we're going to bring them home tonight and put them just in the places. We're not obviously going to put them up, but we're going to put them in the spots. I'll share. I also forgot to tell you this. Deb got this huge shelving unit off of the marketplace for the barn. She just called me out there to see if I could hold the one side, which is 12 feet tall.
Don't believe a word she says.
So one side was going to be against the wall, 12 feet tall and heavy. We were going to hold the other side and then lift up the brackets that are heavy.
Well, I put it bungee cord it to the wall so it would move the one side.
These the sides, side. Those are the big things that go between.
Rails. These are 12 foot tall
Okay.
by 4 foot wide. Those are the rails that go in between.
Okay.
So we're going to have to hold these up and put a rail in the middle. So I was thinking if I put one up against the wall down there, put the other one down here, put 2 rails on it, and then we can put the sliders under it and slide it where we need it.
Okay, so lean that one against the wall, pull this one up, then why don't you put one of those on the skid loader and bring it up, and then we can attach it. And bring it up, and then we can attach it. Are they really heavy? These?
They're a little heavy.
For the record, I hate shit like this.
Karen and Andy, I think that sounds a little bit better. Not only forever, but it's dangerous.
The lamppost, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And obviously we are going to paint them. I think I'm going to paint them black.
I love that they will look exactly like this hours from now. Lots of you bought this the last time that I shared it, and I thought I would give you a few tips today to applying. So make sure that you have no makeup or skincare.
I'm watching. You and sharp knives don't get along very well sometimes. You're very accident prone.
Right. Tonight's dinner is so delicious. It is a light salad. So it's got romaine, and then Deb grilled salmon. She grilled Brussels sprouts and tomatoes, added avocado, green onion. We're having fresh strawberries picked from our garden, along with Yellowtail Pure Bright wine. We are drinking the Yellowtail Pure Bright wine. It's really good. It's a lighter take on wine. With this one is less than 80 calories per serving. And it's really good with light foods like this. Bright wines come in Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, and Sauvignon Blanc. They are full of flavor and only have 1.5 grams of sugar per serving.
Cheers to a wonderful evening.
Your salmon's really good.